friends of Barça. Today, what a great match we have tonight in the Champions League. Starting at 7 in the evening, that is 2 hours before, we will be live on this channel with the pre-match coverage, strictly live. I repeat, with Ira and myself, to bring you the latest news about Barça. That's why, in this video that I'm sending you at this time of day, I want to give you a first message, a first bit of content about the match in which I'm going to try to guess and get it right. The starting 11 that Hansi is going to field against Paris Saint-Germain, managed by Luis Enrique Martinez. Like, subscribe, and enable notifications for today's great match. See you at the end. Don't miss it. Let's go with Barca's starting 11, which is honestly hard to guess because there are so many possibilities. That's a good problem for Hansi Flick, but for tonight, I think I'm going to get the lineup right. Let's see if I can do it. In goal, we have the absence of John Garcia, so Wojciech Szczęsny will be between the posts defending Barca's interests. A goalkeeper who helped us a lot last season and was important in that final stretch. Although it's true that he was a disaster at the start as a Barcelona player, committing those terrible penalties in that crazy match against Benfica, Szczęsny provides security, and tonight he must show the value of his experience as a goalkeeper. And be crucial in goal, because we're facing a top-level opponent, so top-level, that they're the current Champions League winners. Even without Marquinhos, Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, and Desiree Doué, Paris Saint-Germain still has a strong team, so it will be a tough match. Therefore, Szczęsny will be crucial for Barca in goal. Let's go with the right back, where I'm going to put Jules Koundé. We're going to put Jules Koundé at right back. The Frenchman, obviously, is going to be the chosen one tonight. He's going to be the starting player in the one who will play on that right side, which I'll show you in a moment when I give you the full lineup. Koundé, key on the right back. I don't think there will be any surprises here. And where I do think we'll see one is at left back. Why? Well, pay attention because the squad list is about to be released. In fact, the Barca squad list is already public and Alejandro Valde is 99% certain to be on it. Gerard Martin is available. But ladies and gentlemen, I think there's going to be a surprise here. Yesterday, the newspaper Marca mentioned this. And it seems to me that we're going to have Eric Garcia as the starting left back. In fact, we're going to put him here. Eric Garcia as the left back. It could be one of the big surprises to have another player who knows how to play the ball out beautifully. Obviously, to gain that advantage over Paris Saint-Germain in that aspect. I think Eric Garcia could be Barca's big surprise and novelty tonight. We've already seen him start on the left in La Liga, so I think Eric Garcia will start on the left wing. As a center-back, we're going to put Andre Ascritense on the left side, okay? I'm going to put Ascritense here and on the right, Pau Kubarski in his natural position. We benefit a lot, especially gaining height with Christensen. Lots of security, someone loyal and very reliable. Defensively, he's a fixer, strong in the air, and has excellent ball distribution. What can I say about Kubarski? He's fast, quick, alert to interceptions, and sets the offside line well. He's a player who also wins a lot of aerial duels, and I think this is going to be Barca's defense for tonight. We have excellent ball movement on the right, left, and through the middle. I think this is our best defense today. Obviously, because Valde has been out for many days. So I think Eric Garcia will be the option. Obviously, if it's not Eric Garcia, Gerard Martin will play. But at first, I think this is going to be the big surprise. Seeing Eric Garcia as the fullback. We'll see if it happens or not. Well, now let's move on to the core of the midfield. There aren't many doubts here. Everything is pretty clear, basically. We're going to see Pedri accompanied by Frenkie and John. I think right now it's the best midfield in the world. Today they'll face Vitinha, Fabian and Joao Neves. These three will definitely start, despite some discomfort. All three should be there at Barca. With the absence of Gabi and Fermin, Dani Olmo. Now I said it right. Dani Olmo will be the one chosen to build and establish this fundamental foundation, where I think the match can be won. A match that will obviously have many different facets in which the game can be won. This is a total chess match between two very similar teams who play in a very similar way, who have very similar roles in all areas of the field. But I think that many times the victory is built up and you can guarantee that a team will win the match. If your midfield, which is so important, is doing well, then you have a much better chance of achieving it. And today, I think, with this midfield, with Pedri, who is in extraordinary form, and with Frankie de Jong, who is also in wonderful form, and with Dani Olmo, who I liked a lot the other day, that little while he played at the end against Real Sociedad, when he was a substitute so he could be fresh for today, he started against Real Sociedad. Therefore, I think today the position of Pedri and Frankie is absolutely key. But I think Dani Olmo's position is decisive today. In this intermediate zone between the midfield and the box, behind the striker, Dani Olmo has to shine today. It's his night. Today he has to make a statement and prove himself. That's why today, pay attention to what Dani Olmo does, who for me, of course, Pedri, Lamin, Frankie, Rafford, whoever you want. But Dani Olmo absolutely has to be decisive in that position today. I would be very disappointed if we don't find him. And also, I think that if Barca doesn't find Dani Olmo today, they're really going to have a hard time. And in midfield, Pedri, Frankie, Olmo, we're going with the starting forwards. On the left, we're going to see Marcus Rashford. I think his form, 4 assists, 2 goals. In the last Champions League game, he scored twice in the win over Newcastle. He's decisive. The absence of Rafinha, who is Barca's most important missing player tonight, I think obviously puts him in the starting lineup. And Marcus Rashford, who has dribbling, who has power, who can score, who can shoot, who has it all, he's in great form right now. He'll be a regular on both the left and right wing. We're going to see the most decisive player on the planet right now, which is Lamine Yamal, who's going to have an incredible duel with Nuno Mendes, a tremendous duel with Nuno Mendes for Lamine Yamal. He'll be on the right wing. And to complete Barca's starting 11, I think for tonight's match, Mr. Ferran Torres has to start. Fast players with mobility up front, because Paris Saint-Germain is going to press hard and leave us spaces. Marquinhos isn't in defense either. Savarny will play. We'll see if it's with the Ecuadorian player or with Lucas Beraldo. We'll see who he plays with in defense. Paris Saint-Germain. But I think these three, with space, can really break Paris Saint-Germain today. That could be the key. If we play well from the back and beat the press, Pedri and Frankie can connect with Dani Olmo. From here, the battle of Lamine and Marcus Rashford, and the speed into space, the runs that Ferran Torres makes could be the key to the match. I think this is the key. I think that's how we're going to start. And in the second half, we'll see Lewandowski. We'll see him in the midfield. Possibly some change with Marc Asado coming in. Gerard Martin Gobaldi might replace Eric Garcia on the left in defense, and Ronald Araujo could also get some minutes. Once the match is practically decided, therefore, I think it's a very good team. Let me know your opinion about it in the comments if you think we got it right or not. And what change would you make to this lineup that I'm showing you on screen? See you tonight on Barça Today for Barcelona versus Paris Saint-Germain Champions League Match Day 2. Live coverage starts 2 hours early with pre-match analysis and top commentary. Internet, as always, at your home on Barça Today. See you then. At the match, hit the like button and subscribe. Barça yesterday, Barça today, always Barça.